Welcome to Judy's Recess, St. Augustine, June 2025. We stayed at Grande Villas at World Golf Villages, visited the famous St. Augustine Alligator Farm, sampled wine and cocktails at San Sebastian Winery and St. Augustine Distillery. Then we rode the ferry to Fort Matanzas National Monument, and we relaxed at Volano Beach. Come along with us for a little fun in St. Augustine, Florida. Today is Monday, the 23rd of June. We're getting ready to leave for St. Augustine and have a 3-night stay in the World Villas, I believe it's called, Grande Villas, and do a few things in St. Augustine. It should take about 3 hours to get there. We are at Building 4. And there's grills right over there and a tennis court. And here's our room. Here is the living room and TV, our kitchenette, and dining room. There's a little oven and 4 burners, dishwasher, coffee maker, large bedroom, king-size bed. I don't see a washer yet. And out here is a patio. To figure out how to open the patio. And there's the golf course out there. And the little waterway, little pond. Screened in patio. And then in the front here is where the washer dryer is. So that's right inside, which is nice. And the bathroom has an entrance from the regular living room area, and this other door goes out to the bedroom. 2 doors, 1 bathroom. Nice vanity and mirror, and a shower with a nice shower door. Everything we need. They have these photo spots all around. I see a turtle. Several. Oh my gosh, they're all over. Look, they're coming over. We have to come back later and bring bread. Look at them all. Dinner tonight in our little kitchenette. We're trying the Dolly Parton's frozen dinners. Nice to have a microwave. Little bunny right outside the window. In the morning, we headed to the Alligator farm. Admission is $36.99 for adults, $21.99 for children. Wow, they offer a 10% discount for AAA, military, and senior citizens, and parking is free. There are several shows throughout the day, starting at 10 a.m. We saw the realm of the alligator, alligator feeding, scales and tails, and the African vulture feeding. Zip line over the alligators. Here is a look at the ziplining course where you can travel throughout the park and over the alligators. There are two courses. One costs $40 and another is $70 per person. All through this park here. All these platforms. That'd be cool to come to if you like ziplining.
Depending on how much you want to read and how much you want to see.
So we missed the 10 o'clock show, so we have to find the Alligator Lagoon. The white alligator at St. Augustine Alligator Farm is actually a rare albino American alligator. The park has him in the shaded area to protect his sensitive skin. On our way to the realm of the Alligator Informational Show.
The situation that we are in is a lot more dangerous than if you were in the habitat with a wild alligator. Hi, Bomber. You want to try that again? You want to open up? You just want to look at me? So Bomber is one of our largest alligators. He is the longest. Jim's reminded. There you go. Good job. Each one of these little ridges is a plate of bone under the skin that is called an osteoderm. And osteoderms are like built-in solar panels, right, Chip? Hi, buddy. So they're like built-in solar panels that allow these animals to absorb that heat, and it'll warm up the blood that's running. Has anyone heard that they can run really fast? Yeah. And that they you have to run in a zigzag pattern to get away from them? Yep. Jim is going to demonstrate. Just kidding. Yeah. No, so neither of those things are true, actually. You don't have to run in a zigzag, and they can't run really quickly on land for the simple fact that these animals are not meant for speed on land. And if you run in a zigzag, you're just going to look silly. Now, for the simple fact, so alligators are ambush predators. They're going to sit along the water's edge, and they're going to wait for a prey item to come over and take a drink of water. And as soon as something comes over to take a drink of water, they can use that tail to blast out of the water and grab onto that prey with their conically shaped teeth. Lucky we have two of our largest alligators. They kind of both share the title. We have Bomber, who is 13 and a half feet long. Hi, Bomber. I mean, look how huge he is. You can just tell by his head. That is a massive animal. You can just see his tail coming up. And then we also have an alligator that is a little bit heavier than Bomber. Hi, Hunter. You want to come over? So Hunter, who's coming over, he is 850 pounds. He's not quite as long, but he is a very heavy individual. Hi. Both very impressive sizes for an adult American alligator. Yes. Hi, buddy. Good job. So you can see how big he is. He is a huge animal. Both of them.
And here we are at the alligator farm. We just saw one show introducing the alligators, and at 12 o'clock is feeding. The park is also famous for its collection of crocodiles, including Maximo and Gomek. Maximo is almost 16 feet long, and you can watch them feed him on Saturdays at noon. Gomek was one of the largest saltwater crocodiles in captivity, but passed away in 1997. There is a building honoring him.
The two crocodiles were shipped in wooden crates inside the belly of a Qantas passenger jet from Cairns to Sydney,
I guess his head is on
and
top.
then from Sydney to Los Angeles. They cleared customs in LA and were transferred to a cargo carrier for
No, that one looks bigger. This one doesn't look that
The animals were prized for their skins, used to make shoes, briefcases, and handbags. And Gomek settled in for a 4-year stay on the island of Daru.
I picked up his nature after a while, that he wasn't aggressively like when he's after food, he doesn't bang into it, he just took it easy. And he knew that he was going to get the food, and I presume he worked out in his head that if I treat this guy right, he's going to treat me right, and I did.
Through his work with Gomek, Craig became
I like this boardwalk. The stork up there. Oh, someone's throwing stuff in there. Okay, let's check out the feeder and see how much it is for food. I think they recognize that noise. Good. It's a big boardwalk. There's alligators everywhere. Alligators and nesting birds. Lots of places to buy food to feed them too along the way. Or pellets. A whole nother little group here. Okay, time to get to the feeding.
This bucket right here. Are you all excited? Oh, it looks like they're very excited. They know what that sound means. So the first thing on the menu is actually a pelleted diet. If you didn't know, yes, there is such thing as alligator pellet. But variety is the spice of life. So I do have some things that are a little bit juicier for them to sink their teeth into as well. The second thing on the menu is going to be this nice juicy rat right here. Ooh, yeah, that's my reaction too. I don't think it looks very yummy. The alligators disagree. They think it looks delicious. But you want to start us off, buddy? Scoop is one of our best jumpers. Let's see what he's got today. Somebody. There, good job. Wow. How about on this side? Hi, Pluto. Would you like this next one? Pluto is one of our biggest males, and he's rumbling at me. Do y'all hear that? He's growling. Alligators are quite vocal, depending on what's going on. He is telling the other alligators to back off. This is his rat. What are you doing? You just want to look at it? That was pitiful. How about you, buddy? Would you like this next one? Good job! Awesome! See, that is an alligator jump right there. But I've got a lot of smiling alligators that look like they're eager for the next rat, so we're going to keep moving. Hi, Franklin! Whoa! Just barely grabbed it. He's taking it to go. This is what we call fast food. All right. Who is ready for this next one? Hi, Chip. Would you like this next chicken? Yeah, there we go. He's going to step on his friends. He's such a good roommate. There, good job. That is a 12-foot alligator. He is one of our biggest. He's a very impressive and very polite, I will say. Oh, you want another one already? Hope you have a great rest of your visit here at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm.
We stopped for some cold drinks before the Scales and Tails show. There is a snack bar in the park with a refillable cup deal. If you get a draft beer, the refill is $2 cheaper, and refills of soda are free.
Isn't he adorable? So Ginger is a blue-tongued skink, and just as the name suggests, I trained him to do that. You're going to notice that he has a bright blue tongue. To show that it's toxic, it's venomous, or poisonous, blue, or a bright color normally means that that animal is not good to eat, that you shouldn't eat it. Well, this guy is bluffing. He is not actually poisonous or venomous, but that bright blue tongue can be enough to make a predator think twice before trying to eat him. I know, isn't she cute? Look at that face. So North American wood turtles are found right here in North America, as the name suggests. They are found in the northeastern region, so they're actually not native to Florida. You can see that bright orange skin. That's actually going to help her with attracting a mate, potentially. So camouflage, and then look at her boyfriend. Now this species is currently endangered in their native range. And by coming to visit, you are helping with their species survival program. Maple is a very active participant in that. She helps by doing educational programs like this. I have Tiana, the ever fearsome, ever dangerous Miss Tiana. Yes, so this species is everything their name suggests. They are giant. They are the biggest species of hognose on the planet. They are found on the island of Madagascar, and they have this very cute little upturned snout that makes them resemble a hog or a pig. So you can see, if she quits wiggling, there she goes. So she has that little upturned snout. And then
Now we're just on the other side of the boardwalk. Okay, the wingspan, you ready? And we arrived at the African bird area just in time for the Cape Griffin feeding. They're chasing away the turkey vultures. Oh, look at this guy going around here. Exit through the gift shop.
You want to put them on hold up here?
Look,
They're pointing out. What time are they going?
you can walk your alligator.
No, they need you up to.
Crocs. The Crocs are actual Crocs. Now look at these pretty wine glasses. They're hand painted. And the palm tree, look, is the lighthouse. Saddle pepper.
So the way, let me show you how to do that.
Okay, we just finished at the Alligator Farm in St. Augustine. What was your favorite part?
The alligators.
Me too. It's a short ride to the San Sebastian Winery. Tours used to be free, but now they're $5 per person, and for a bit more you can do a second tasting of premium wines. Okay, and now we're at the San Sebastian Winery. San Sebastian, maybe Whetstones, and maybe the St. Augustine Distillery. Albert Weinstein. $5 per person, $10 total. Keep the tasting glass, which is plastic, and 6 pours. St. Augustine Distillery and San Sebastian Winery do a barrel exchange. The distillery sends used bourbon barrels to the winery, and they're used to age the winery's port. Then those barrels are returned to the distillery, and they make a special bourbon with a unique port flavor.
Absorbs some into that wood, into the oak, picks up that nice oaky flavor, leaves behind some of its bourbon flavor. We get the barrels when they're done. We put our port in there. Our port picks up that bourbon and oak flavor, leaves behind some of its own. We can send some of those barrels back and they'll do a port finished rum and a port finished bourbon. They do a really nice walking tour if you guys haven't been over there.
And here's what we've been waiting for.
Take them home when they were glass.
We got a candle.
Fresh port. Now if it looks nice and clear, I speak it as 6S, I have you smell twice. So stick your whole nose in the cup. And then we're gonna swirl. To do that, set your cup down on the counter, swirl vigorously for about 8 seconds. You want a whirlpool. You're vaporizing leftover ethanols, knocking out nitrogen, using bottling, opening up that aroma. So you can swirl again.
Oh, yeah.
Eating all the crackers.
Sure thing.
Cabernet. Okay, this is the Rosa.
Sweet grape? Yes, it is.
Vintner is white. 4.
Yeah, we have Muscadine grapes.
Yep, they're native to the southeast.
Tastes like
15 is the lighthouse bottle. 10 and 15 are the same wine in 2 different bottles. Part of the proceeds of 15 go back to the St. Augustine Lighthouse. This is our younger one. This is number 13, Ruby Port. It's been aged in those bourbon barrels for 6 to 8 months. It's been fortified with brandy, bringing it up to 18% alcohol. This one will last you up to a year after you've opened it because of that brandy fortification. It's going to taste like bourbon-soaked cherries and chocolate.
I think that was my dad's favorite. He loved pork. Chocolate and cherries. Hey, San Sebastian Winery. And now we're going to walk to the distillery. You could drive here, but it is a very short walk.
Now our mix is going to be that mule mix today, and this is going to be a little different than your typical mule. Usual mules are going to have ginger beer, and that has a little bit of a bite to it. But we use ginger juice, so this is going to be lighter and a little bit more refreshing. So it still has that nice ginger flavor, but it's also paired with lime juice, a little hint of cayenne pepper for a kick, and cane sugar. So all together, your cocktail is 1 part of our mix, 1 part of our vodka, and then 2 parts seltzer water.
Stone Star rum is called Stone Star. It's matured in port wine barrels. We get those from the winery right down the street from us. They're a stone's throw away. Hence the name Stone Star rum. Bottled up at 94 proof, and it's aged for about a year in those barrels. Pair that with our grapefruit hibiscus mix. It's grapefruit juice, lime juice, hibiscus extracts, Florida cane sugar. This is the one to watch out for if you have peanut allergies. To make the cocktail, 1 part rum, 1 part mix, 2 parts seltzer. might. Yeah. It's coconut cream, almond, vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, and lime juice make that cocktail, or that mixer. To make this one, it's the same 1 part, 2 part seltzer.
Coconut.
Makes it really easy to make. It's like a frozen cocktail.
Stairs. Careful.
How many in your group?
2.
All right, we got plenty of room. So I have a bourbon old fashioned for you.
Oh.
Florida Straight, our flagship bourbon, 3 years of age, 88 proof, and 4 shots started off, and then I add to it 1 of the old fashioned mix. So that's your muddles, your bitters, your orange, your simple syrup in that jar. So we do all of that complicated muddling. You just have to mix 4 to 1 and garnish it. Traditional garnish of a nice dark bourbon cherry, orange rind around that rim, and then on a big chunky ice cube. So cheers. Yes.
Cheers. They have daddle, pepper, Bloody Mary mix. That's gotta be only here.
What kind do we
Only in St. Augustine. We have the zings, just like a regular thing that you can get in any supermarket, but this is like daddle pepper. Okay, these are candles that smell like cocktails. Oh my gosh. And the last stop on this hot day is Whetstone's chocolate candies. Whetstone's is a family-owned chocolate factory in St. Augustine since 1967. Tours are available for around $11, and you go behind the scenes and sample some sweet treats. I just stopped in for some gifts and snacks. Neil loves the daddle pepper chocolates, and I love the chocolate-covered oranges.
Hey, if you guys drop it, go and get another one.
We are sitting out by the pool, relaxing after a busy day in St. Augustine. We got to see alligators, do some wine tasting, went to the distillery, went to Whetstone's, got some chocolate, and now we're here just relaxing, cooling off, and enjoying this really nice pool. We fed the turtles, cooked dinner on the grill, and called it a day. Tomorrow is beach day. It's a really beautiful sunset. And we decided on Volano Beach. At Volano Beach, you can drive, however, you do need a 4-wheel drive. Volano Beachfront Park. Also a drive on beach, 4-wheel drive only. And we have a yellow flag day. There are turtle nests. You can see the St. Augustine Lighthouse out there. We're at this beach. On the other side is Porpoise Point. So we walked in, walked to the end here, and it really is a beautiful day and a really nice beach, white sand. Lots of people in the water, there's fishing boats out there. You see them still? Where?
Straight out past the light. No, broad. That's the light.
don't see a thing except for water. Yes, I see a dolphin out there. Little fin. Is a Publix right by with sandwiches and cold drinks. Guys playing golf out here. Putt golf. They're making their own putt golf course. That's nice. They have the playground under the shade and changing rooms. Back at Buc-ee's. A short stop at Buc-ee's, about a mile from the resort off I-95. Checked out all the latest 4th of July gear, and then dinner on the grill. Tomorrow is Fort Matanzas National Monument. These are cute, glow in the dark cups. Today we're visiting Fort Matanzas National Monument. They're open from 9 to 5. They only give tickets out for the fort, for the boat ride, Thursday through Sunday. And the parking lot is small, so this is the overflow. Alright, so 12:30 is our time. And we got here at 10:15. Oh yeah, that's where you go get your little tickets and stuff. It's real pretty out here. Fort. Hello.
Watch your step. Open the border.
Right here?
Yeah. There. Captain was in 30s, but there was a light. 5 men took shelter. The lightning strike happened. Yes. There were 5 men. It was 1930s, 5 men. As you get ready to exit from the vessel, there is a great egret over here on the other side of the gangway and a snowy egret over there. I will tell you right now that I believe that the great egret will fly away when we're exiting off of the boat, but the snowy will stay behind and just hang out. So just keep your eyes over there.
Fort Matanzas. My name is Ranger Keller, and I'm glad you guys are all here today. Now, how many of you guys is your first visit here? Just raise your hand. A good majority of you. So those of you that's your first visit, why do you guys think we put a fortress here? What are some of your ideas? We got people trying to come in the back door. So this is the stop gate. If you guys go 14 miles up the way, you will float right under the Bridge of Lions. You will float right on by the Castillo de San Marcos. And we can't have that, right? No sneak attacks. But at the same token that this is the back door, this is also the emergency exit. Because when the Castillo is going to be besieged, they're going to float down this very same river, go out to the Atlantic, go on down to Havana, Cuba, round up the reinforcements, and then come on back and break the siege. And they're going to do that in 1702 and 1740. The structure behind you is going to be finished constructed in 1742. It's going to have about 80 years as an active fortification. Now, there are no bloody battles here, no heroic last stands. This is more like the state trooper on the side of the highway. A ship's going to come up to the inlet, and they're going to see this place, and be plastered white, trimmed in red, and they're going to turn around. Or they're going to think, they're sleeping. And they're going to try and come on by. The troops will fire a warning shot here, and then they will quickly turn around. So no bombardments, because as you can see, the river isn't very wide, and I assure you it is not very deep. Are you from Ohio? You're just a Buckeye fan. Yeah, I'm from Columbus. I'm from Toledo. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Toledo boy. Yes, we did.
Do you think they cook?
6 cylinders in here.
We'll all be enlisted next to the guy.
Oh my gosh. Hot shit.
Our sea turtle's back, guys.
Are you coming down?
Please take a moment to like and subscribe to Judy's Recess. I hope you get a chance to visit St. Augustine and take in some of Florida's history and natural beauty. Thanks for watching.